Okay.
This is going to be Maurice Haley.
All right, and let's see. Sir, what's your name?
I can barely hear her. Yeah, but just do the best you can. What did she say? I can't. What's your name? Oh, Maurice Haley.
Okay, you're Mr. Haley, and is that Mr. Luna on Sola Luna in the back? Yeah. All right, I'm going to read some information to the both of you, so make sure you're both listening, please. This is your first appearance before the Magistrate Court of Clayton County. We're not here to try your case or to take a plea today. You're here for the court to inform you of the charges that are pending against you, advise you of certain rights, set a bail on those offenses for which this court is authorized to set bail, and to schedule a preliminary hearing. We're going to go ahead and appoint a court-appointed attorney to assist you. However, if you'd like to have a private attorney assist you with your case, have them go ahead and file their entry of appearance with the court. You do have the right to remain silent and say nothing, but should you give up this right, anything you say during this proceeding may be used against you if this case goes to trial. During this and all proceedings, you have the right to the presumption of innocence until the state proves your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to an indictment by a grand jury for most felony cases or by accusation for misdemeanors. You have the right to a speedy and public trial by jury, the right to see, hear, and cross-examine witnesses who are called to testify against you, the right to compel the attendance of witnesses on your own behalf by subpoena, the right to testify and offer evidence on your own behalf should you choose to do so. But should you choose not to do so, no presumption of your guilt may be raised. You can post bond in three ways. The first way is through a cash bond. Second is commercial bond or property bond. If you post a cash bond, someone will deliver the full amount of the bond in cash together with the surcharges to the sheriff's office, and they'll hold on to that money until your final court date. Once your case is concluded, the funds are returned to the person that posted the bond. If you use a commercial bonding company approved by the sheriff, someone will have to pay the company up to 15% of your total bond for their services, and that money will not be returned to you. And if you post bond using property, you'll have to have a net equity in property in the amount equal to 3 times the total amount of your bond. If you have special conditions associated with your bond, like if I tell you not to go to a particular place or around a particular person, make sure you follow those instructions, because if you violate the court's order, your bond will be revoked and you may not be entitled to another bond until your trial. Additional charges of aggravated stalking, influencing witnesses, or other charges as the law may provide could be brought against you, for which you could be sentenced up to 10 years in prison and have to pay a fine of $20,000. All right, if you're charged with a misdemeanor, you'll be given the option of waiving your preliminary hearing. A preliminary hearing is to determine whether there is probable cause to proceed in your case. If you want to waive it, then you'll receive notice in the mail on when to appear at your arraignment. If you want to have your preliminary court date, we have a preset date for August the 11th at 8:30 in courtroom 201. If you're charged with a felony, you cannot waive today, and I'll give you that court date. So I'll handle Mr. Haley's matter first. You're Maurice Haley, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. Can I ask you a question before you say?
Let me, hold on. What's your question?
This is my first offense of the
charge. And, just the question, do y'all have what you call pre-trial or drug courts?
No, sir.
Huh?
No, we do not. All right, you're charged with failing to register your vehicle, violation of Georgia Controlled Substance Act, possession of cocaine, tampering with evidence. You have 4 counts of simple assault and obstructing an officer. Do you understand what you're charged with?
Yes, yes, I hear
Your
you.
bond is $29,000 and you're ordered not to violate any laws if you post bond. Do you think you'll be able to post bond?
Now, I'm on fixed income, if the bond is suitable, I probably could, and I need to because I have health issues.
All right, your court date, sir, is set for August the 24th at 8 a.m. in courtroom 201. You can speak with your attorney that we've appointed to assist you with your case, and they can present the proper paperwork to the court for us to consider. But your bond today is $29,000. All right, let me speak to
Luna, step back.
Mr. Luna, please. All right, Mr. Luna, you're charged with driving on a suspended license and failing to have your headlights on. Do you understand what you're charged with?
The headlight, I don't know about the headlight, it was during daytime.
All right, that's the charge, sir. Your bond is $2,000 and you're ordered not to violate any laws if you post bond. Do you think you'll be able to post bond?
Yeah, how much is the bond?
$2,000?
Yes, I can put that.
Do you waive your preliminary hearing or would you like to have it?
What will happen if I have?
All right, that's going to be set for August the 11th at 8:30 a.m. in courtroom 201, and you may return with the deputy.
Should they come and bail me out already?
Yeah.
Can I get the bond?
Excuse me?
He was asking, could his family come and bail him out today?
He has a bond.
You have a bond.
What's your last year?
I'll tell him.
The court's about to come in. So who just got arrested? Who just got arrested? Who just got arrested?
All right, so we're doing McCullough next, right?
Yes, Judge.
All right.
That McCullough, right? That's what it is.
Yeah, 25. You wanna go right there?
McCullough. Who's McCullough?
Yeah.
No McCullough?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Judge.
All right, you have Min McCullough with you.
All right, let me,
Yeah. Can this will be moved over? Yeah. Move this over.
all right, that's it.
Mr. McCullough, can you hear me? All right, this is your first appearance before the Magistrate Court of Clayton County. We're not here to try your case or take a plea today. You're here for me to inform you of the charges against you, advise you of certain rights, set a bail on the offenses for which this court is authorized to set bail, and to schedule a preliminary hearing. I'm going to appoint a court-appointed attorney to assist you. However, if you'd like to have a private attorney assist you, ask them to file an entry of appearance with the court, and then the court-appointed attorney will no longer assist you, okay? You do have the right to remain silent and say nothing, but should you give up that right, anything you say during this proceeding may be used against you if your case goes to trial. During this and all other proceedings, you have the right to the presumption of innocence until the state proves your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to an indictment by a grand jury for most felonies or by accusation for misdemeanors. You have the right to a speedy and public trial by jury, the right to see, hear, and cross-examine witnesses who are called to testify against you, the right to compel attendance of witnesses on your own behalf by subpoena, and the right to testify and offer other evidence in your own defense should you choose to do so. But should you choose not to, no presumption of your guilt may be raised. You can post bond in 3 ways if you have a bond, and that is cash, commercial, or property. If you're posting a cash bond, someone will have to deliver the cash, the total amount of your bond plus surcharges to the jail. They'll hold on to it until your case ends, and then the money will be returned to the person that posted bond. Commercial bond, you can contact a bonding company approved by the sheriff's office, and they'll charge up to 15% of the total bond as their fee for their service. You will not get that money back. And if you have someone to post bond using their property, they will have to have a net equity in the property, an amount equal to 3 times the total amount of your bond in order for that to be a good bond. If you have special conditions associated with your bond, make sure that you follow those instructions. Like if I tell you not to go to a particular place or around a particular person, because if you violate the terms, you may be rearrested, additional charges may be added, and you may not have a bond until your trial date. See, if you're currently on active probation, this court is not authorized to post bond. During your preliminary hearing, most times the probation office will notify the court as to whether or not they wish to violate your probation. All right, and then I'm going to give you your preliminary court date as well. You're charged with improper name change, identity fraud, and forgery in the 1st degree. Do you understand what you're charged with?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you do not have a bond. It looks like you're on probation out of Henry County State Court, and you were sentenced October the 30th of last year to 12 months probation. So you don't have a bond at this time. You're ordered not to violate any laws if you post bond in the future. And your court date is set for August the 24th at 8 a.m. in courtroom 201.
So I have to deal with this first before I can go to Henry County?
Right, speak with your attorney, your court-appointed attorney, and they can speak with you about the process and what could be done.
Yeah, but my Henry County stuff should be up. It was just misdemeanor stuff.
It said 12 months, so you still have some time on that. So speak with your attorney, and if there's additional information for the court to consider, they can provide us with that information.
So I have to speak to my attorney to handle, like I have to handle this case first, or can I go to Henry County and see what they want?
I'm not sure which one will go first. but you can speak with your attorney about the process. I don't know if Henry County's gonna ask for you to be transferred over. I don't know what their intentions are.
Okay.
All right, thank you, sir. Is that the last case you all have?
Yep.
Yes, Judge.
All right, thank you all. You all have a good one.
Two.
All right, bye-bye.